If you tried monk mode and quit on day 9, it's not your fault. You failed because you treated it like a discipline challenge. But your brain thought it was being attacked. 90 days of silence. No social media. No alcohol. No empty conversations. Sounds like peace. To your nervous system, it's a 5-alarm fire. Hey, race, what nobody tells you. Monk mode isn't peaceful at first. It's painful. Your brain is addicted to micro doses of dopamine every 12 seconds. A like. A text. A new reel. A notification. University of California researchers found the average person touches their phone over 2,600 times per day. When you suddenly remove all external input, your dopamine baseline doesn't stay neutral. It crashes. Between day 3 and day 7, your dopamine drops below your natural baseline. That's when the irritability hits. That's when you feel empty. That's when you want to scream for no reason. This isn't a lack of willpower. This is withdrawal. A 2018 study in Nature found that social media addiction shares the same neural pathways as substance dependence. You are not quitting a habit. You are detoxing from a drug. Now let's talk about the prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain right behind your forehead. It handles long-term decisions, self-control, and delaying gratification. In normal life, your prefrontal cortex is already tired. But in monk mode, during the first 2 weeks, it gets absolutely hammered. Why? Because every time you fight the urge to check your phone, to open Instagram, to text someone back, your prefrontal cortex has to step in and manually stop you. That burns massive amounts of glucose. That's why you feel mentally exhausted by 10 a.m. That's why you crave sugar. You're not weak. Your brain is starving. Most people quit right here. Day 10. Day 11. Day 12. They say monk mode doesn't work. But hey, race, the truth. You never actually entered monk mode. You just stopped scrolling. That's not the same thing. The real change starts around day 21. Between day 21 and day 30, something shifts. Your prefrontal cortex stops fighting itself. The intrusive urges fade. Not because you have more discipline, but because your brain has down-regulated your dopamine receptors back to their natural state. This is called synaptic pruning. Your brain literally cuts the neural pathways that you stopped using. The urge to check your phone isn't suppressed anymore. It's gone. That's the difference. From day 30 to day 60, your brain starts redirecting resources. The energy that was wasted on resistance now moves into deep focus. This is when most people report time slowing down. Not because the clock changed, but because your brain stopped fragmenting attention every 45 seconds. A single hour of deep work in true monk mode is worth 8 hours of normal distracted work. That's not an opinion. That's how neural efficiency works. Day 60 to day 90 is where the magic happens. Your default mode network calms down. That's the part of your brain responsible for mind wandering, rumination, and imaginary arguments with people from high school. In silent mode, your default mode network stops overproducing narrative. You stop talking to yourself about yourself. And that's when clarity actually arrives. Not motivation. Not hype. Just clean perception. So why 90 days? Why not 30 or 60? Because biology runs on cycles. 14 days for acute withdrawal. 21 days for receptor down-regulation. 30 days for synaptic pruning. And a full 90 days for your prefrontal cortex to fully decouple from Pavlovian conditioning. In simple terms, 90 days is how long it takes for your brain to forget that your pocket ever buzzed. Most people do monk mode wrong because they add things. They add journaling. They add meditation. They add cold plunges. That's not monk mode. That's a productivity bundle. Real monk mode is subtraction only. No app timers. No screen time limits. Those still keep you attached. Real monk mode means you remove the stimulus completely. Phone in a drawer. Not on silent. Not face down. In a different room. Empty conversation means zero. Not less. Zero. Alcohol means zero. Pornography means zero. Caffeine after noon means zero. The power isn't in what you add. The power is in the vacuum. Hey, race your protocol. Days 1 through 7 expect nothing but withdrawal. You will be irritable. You will be bored. That's the work. Days 8 through 21 your prefrontal cortex will burn. You will feel stupid. You will feel slow. Let it happen. Days 22 through 60 you will start to notice silence feels normal. Not peaceful yet. Just normal. That's progress. Days 61 through 90 you stop trying. The urge is gone. The noise is gone. And for the first time maybe in years, you can actually hear yourself think. If you quit on day 11, you never saw what your brain can do. If you push through day 21, you become a different person. Not because you changed your habits, but because you changed your hardware. That is the science of monk mode.